Let's go with option. What's happening, my AKAPADers? Welcome back to another video. I'm your host, Peter A. DeLuca. Let's get hyped. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment. We're talking internet fever. We're talking angry comic fans. I was angry at this. I just didn't understand it, but I had to wait. Let's show it to you. This right here, Joker number 4. We've all seen the streams already. We've seen the videos, we've seen the blog posts, we've seen the articles, we've seen our social media feeds. Everyone is talking about this. So let's just get into it. This is the regular comic, and then here we have a backup story. It's the backup story that is creating the fever, rightfully so, because to me it's so meta. The Joker created this mind-blowing fever that had more people declaring they're done with mainstream comics. Now, if you ever read any of these mainstream comics, realistically and constructively, now when I say realistically, I mean that you read enough comics before mainstream right now. So you got like a backlog in your gray matter. It's been over for a long time. Our standards have dropped. Our perception of what's good dropped. Our perception of what works has dropped. Our critical thinking is out the door. But we have this. Let's hit the drawing table. Let's talk about the Joker, issue 4, backup story. We're doing a whole video on the backup story. Let's get into it. Alright, AKAPADers. It's kind of funny, cause no joke, I was just inking a this is for a soon to be comic book, but we have a pregnant character right here. What are the odds of that we're talking about another pregnant character? This is it. Joker, the Man Who Stopped Laughing, number 4, written by Scott Rosenberg, right? It's a Scott. What's this guy's name? I don't even know. I hate when they don't put the credits up front. That's almost like a Jim Lee Wildstorm thing. Alright, so this is the issue. Let's get into the backup story. A lot of people are confusing Pregnant Joker with regular continuity. It's not regular continuity. It's a joke. It's a backup story. I keep emphasizing backup story because DC uses backup stories for a couple of different purposes, okay, or purpose-i. One of them is to experiment with talent. One of them is to let their talent do new, interesting things. This is a long DC staple. It's also a comic book staple that you want to emphasize if you're ever publishing your own books. You want backup stories, and you want backup stories to go from issue to issue. Same here. We're picking this story up at some point there. I'm assuming that there's 3 other installments to this backup story. This is installment number 4. It's also the end of the installment. Now, we're not going to comment on the actual guts of the issue. We're commenting strictly on the backup story. Knocked upside down. The Joker, Zatanna, he's got like a deep crush on her. He alludes that they were going out. I don't know if that was like an actual thing previously, but she's captured him. He's floating upside down. We got 2 of his goons here. We're at the Gotham River, and she casts a couple spells on him. She does one spell here, one spell there. He swallows a bunch of mud. You okay, boss? Not sure. Swallowed a lot of mud. That's gotta be good for you. Sure, boss. Okay, we have some LOL humor. Not a fan of LOL humor. And then it's Mr. J, right? We got the J here. Right, we're out of continuity. This story is a fantasy, but we have the sun rising. Joker sleeping in his Wonder Woman blanket. Cuckoo clock. He wakes up, and all of a sudden, here it is. He is big and prego right here. I think you're pregnant. I think you're right. Do we have a good OGBYN to use? And then, okay, so we have Dr. Phosphorus. Now, these 2 pages have a Dr. Phosphorus joke that is not funny. It's repetitive. It tries too hard. We don't want it. But what we get, I mean, I love the look of Dr. Phosphorus, by the way. But what we get is the Joker doesn't give birth. So now it's like, was he really pregnant or was he infected? Right? We in the Alien movies, we don't call the people that get the chest egg, the chest buster, we don't call those people pregnant. We don't. But anyway, Joker throws up, and in this mud, the mud that he swallowed, you guys get it? The mud that he swallowed, we have almost this Clayface creature that comes to life, starts transforming into a living being. We have a machine gun, halfway decent machine gun. They're trying, the gorilla guy, we're trying to kill the mud creature that Joker just puked up. Great, good gag here too. It says barf in barf. Good gag. But then we're hunting. Gorilla has a chainsaw, calls again, LOL humor. But then it's revealed. We have the Joker baby mud thing, and it's transforming into the Joker. And then several weird weeks later, I like that. I do like that transition. We have Zatanna. We have more references about them going out. And he goes, we're now a family. And she goes, what are you talking about? And then we have Joker. And then we have Baby Joker. But it's not Baby Joker. He's just a shrunken down version of the Joker. Not a good gag there. They could have pushed that one a little bit further. The end. I love the stars. I really do like the black paneling too. Decent artwork for what the story is. For what we're doing with the story. The artwork and the coloring fits. People, I wish I could say the same about this. Now, that's maybe an upcoming video. I want to do this analysis of current comic book art. And what exactly does it mean and why it's bad, essentially. But people, that's it. That's the controversy. In my opinion, it's a nothing burger. Rock and roll. All right, so look. Let's get back to reality, okay? When I talk about the mental backlog, the mental library, the mental space that you occupy when you read years worth of comics, when you've really been involved, when you cared, when you spent hundreds of dollars for back issues, when you tracked down back issues, pre-internet. And guess what? The internet makes comics better. I know a lot of you disagree with that. In my opinion, the internet makes comics better. But this is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about issues like this, okay? G.I. Joe 98. I just got this today. Look for how much. I found this in a stack at this antique store near where I work. And I made sure, I'm like, 50 cents? Boom. Rocking and rolling. The reason why I bought this and the reason why I'm showing this to you is that this is the greatest issue of G.I. Joe. It's also like the end of a very good run of the original G.I. Joe series. But there's a lot to understand, not just over the story of this issue, but exactly what happens within the franchise, and it's almost like this is the peak, and it's not supposed to get any better than this. It's not. But this leads into this right here, our next video. Now, you guys, if you heard anything before, you may have said, Pete, show me some proof that standards have gotten. I'm just going to redo that. Some of you might have been like, Pete, aka Pat, give me some proof of your standards. Standards. What word am I looking for? Standards. Claim. Now, some of you might be like, Pete, aka Pat, where's your proof of this lowering, of this drop, of this rock bottom in standards? Can I see something? Can you prove it to me that standards and the perception of what is a good comic has eroded, that it's gone? Now, this doesn't mean a lot of you out there are making some fantastic books. Some really are, okay? Some of you guys are friends of mine. You're making better books than this. next video, we have to talk about this issue, because this may have broken me. Period. Like I strictly at this point might be back issues only after this. Alright, AKA Padders, I love you. We're growing this channel, we're building the AKA Pad army, we're doing more, we're so aggressive. I love all of you. Comments, likes, whatever you want to do. Give me a middle finger, whatever. But look, no, really, let's grow this channel. Show this channel, repost this channel if you feel like it. Rock and roll, let's get it done.
Cause we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution.